everybody. Happy Live Tuesday. Today we're continuing our topic on um, what are we talking about? Motivating women. All right. And if you truly want to motivate women in your area to exercise with you, then you need to truly understand their specific risks and challenges for women when it comes to facing exercise. Okay. And these are not excuses, these are actual, real, and tangible barriers that need to be addressed to make the fitness industry as a whole more accessible for women as a whole. Okay. Now, the number one barrier to exercise for women is pelvic floor dysfunction. So, that's it. That's why they're not in the gym. That's the reason. And, pelvic floor dysfunction is curable in 80% of women with exercise and movement. So, what are you doing to address that? How can you help them? Can you actually help them? Do you know anything about a female pelvis? How do you communicate your skills to these prospective clients that are being held back because of their pelvic floor dysfunction? If you understand that, you've opened up your potential client base to, however many more women out there. If I think the numbers are 2 to 5% of Australians are exercising in gyms regularly, 95% then aren't. At least half of those would be women. So if you can address the number one barrier to exercise, it's kind of good for business, don't you think, as well? Pelvic floor aside, women are twice as likely to develop diseases such as osteoporosis, autoimmune disease, sarcopenia, dementia, and working out in the gym can reverse this, right? It can close that gap and mean men and women are developing some of these diseases equally. Do you know what kinds of exercise will help them? I mean, we know weight-bearing exercise is good for osteoporosis, but is there something we can do before osteoporosis? Can we be thinking about this when they're 15? My answer would be yes. But the point is, you understand that these issues affect more women than men. You understand women's, specific risks and challenges to training, and you're doing something about it. And then you're communicating that you can do something about it to prospective clients that are not in your gym because they don't believe it's the place for them. Like, if we're going to understand women's risks and challenges, women, depending on the injury, but they're far more likely to get injured in a gym than a man. Part of this is because most of us trainers don't understand women's physiology. Another part is that we have lots of estrogen, so therefore are more wobbly. That makes it easier to pull muscles and fall over and injure oneself. But, did you know that? And do you know what, proper form looks like for a female body? Our elbows and our knee angles, can be 10 degrees different to an average man's elbow and knee angle. How does that affect things like bicep curl, bench press? If you understand this challenge, then you're able to address it, which is really motivating as a client to feel like your trainer really knows your body. And how about a woman's risk of being bullied in the gym and sexual harassment, filmed without permission, judged and made to feel like she doesn't belong there? Sexual harassment and being filmed and photographed without permission is on the rise. And then they're being judged and shamed online in social media platforms. Do you even think about these things? Is this even on your radar, right? Maybe it is. And how are we keeping our clients safe, our female clients safe? And how are we communicating when they do reach out to us tentatively, How do we keep them safe and bundle them up and keep them motivated and keep them coming? I can say with absolute conviction that there is nothing more motivating for your female clients than having a trainer that's properly schooled in their specific risks and challenges to training in a gym. Okay, they are different challenges to the ones men face training in a gym, and they're different again if that person is trans or has a disability. Okay, we think we're already creating bespoke problems, but the fact is we're not. We're applying education that has been modeled on a default human, which is an average white man, and then applying it and tweaking it for our clients. But the fact is we're not doing enough to understand women for gym environments to be properly motivating, accommodating, and safe places. So, a trainer that's schooled in these risks and challenges, we're better equipped at keeping our clients safe and uninjured. And we're also helping them feel a whole lot more confident because they can do stuff and things will come a little easier to someone when an exercise or a program is created specifically for their body and mind, not tweaked. Uh, yeah, I don't know how to say this. Specifically for their body and mind, in that I teach a bench press completely differently to a woman than a man because of the woman's sternal angle and because of what I want her to achieve out of doing weights. We just do it differently, especially if they're in their 40s. They're going to get a shoulder injury, and I don't want them getting it on my watch doing a bench press, right? So those things just come from an open mind and realizing you don't know what you don't know, and then looking for answers. And if you want your clients to feel highly motivated, then you have to know those challenges because you have to address them. So if this brings up any questions for you, please give me a direct message and I'll answer it, this week, next week, whatever. See you next time.